Hi guys, it's good Monday afternoon. I do this every Monday, my goals, and I'm listening to Jermaine Jackson in the background. I've been working out. So anyway, June 6th, 2022, no man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. Ye cannot serve God and man. Matthew 6:24. Look at that horse. Good. It's a good scripture. Okay, to talk about my week a little bit, at work, somebody left a big bag full of prescriptions, and we're talking prescriptions they really needed and stuff. So it was real upsetting to me. So I pulled it back, kind of looked in the tote a little bit, brand new bag, and I kind of got this impression that I knew who it was. All right. So oh, by the way, my nail polish for this week, it's kind of a gel nail polish, but it's sticky. But I love the thickness of the brush. So it's really a pretty pink too. But it's a little sticky. It's taken a long time to dry. It's supposed to have that gel polish look without the gel, if that makes sense. But it's a pretty pastel pink. That's that. But yeah, anyway, so I put it aside. 3 days later, nobody had seen him, nothing. So I worked again. And he came in and I says, hey, is your name this? And he's like, yeah, how did you know? He's kind of a homeless guy, but he had tons of stuff in that bag, like he was living out of that bag. And like I said, life-saving, prescriptions. So I'm like, I think I have your, oh, you don't. I have been so sick over it. And I says, well, I've actually been sick over it because I wondered if it was you. I don't know how I knew. I just figured it was him. He comes in, he buys stuff, and he leaves stuff a little bit. So I thought it could be him, and I think it is. None of the other workers really made connection. I wrote in the log, this is who you need to look for. Please give him his bag. So like I said, 3 days later, I'm working at night. I ask him his name. It's him. So he thanked me. He wanted to buy me something. I said, absolutely not. I want the blessings of just giving you this bag that I know you need. And he says, you have no idea. He started crying. And so he says, can I give you a hug at least? And I said, of course. So I gave him a hug. But that made me feel so good. I've had so many blessings this week from just customers. Like I had one guy come in, he bought me, just wanted to use the restroom, said I was nice to him and that I was cute. So he bought me a Twix. He just came up, I guess he figured that, and he had like an accent, so I think he figured he had to buy something to use the restroom. But he gave me this, and that's all he bought. And then another lady came in and says, I just wanted you to know how much I appreciate you. So she made me this little pinwheel out of like paper, if I could do. But anyway, it's really cute on the straw. So these are things that have happened just this past week from customers. But the one that gave me the most blessings in my heart was that little guy that was in his like 60s, needed his medication. He says, and I would have had to, cancel all of them. I didn't know which ones I had. I had some in the bottles. I had some out of the bottles. I had my bank records. he had a lot of stuff in there. But I'm just glad that he got his bag back. So that was a huge blessing to me. And as for the wreath, the Tree of Life wreath I'm doing, I'm needing like a particle board to be able to glue it to hot glue. So my husband's going to cut me a piece, if that makes sense, so that I can glue everything on. It'll be done by tomorrow, I promise. I have tomorrow off. I work tonight. But I did stitch up this little scarf, crocheted it. It's not one of my projects, but I needed to do something. We were so busy this weekend. We went to chalk art. I went to my granddaughter's. I worked Saturday night, but Sunday was just extremely busy. But this is really cute. It just hangs around. It's very light, as you can see. But anyway, I hope you can see it. And I love the colors. Purple, pink, blue is my favorite color, but these are second, third. And then I got this little daily planner that I might start using. And then this interior design coloring book, which I'm going to give to somebody. So I get up to 200 subscribers. I'm going to give a package to one of my subscribers, if that makes sense. So let's get up to 200. And then I've been reading this book. I'm only on the 3rd chapter, but what I've learned from it, and I've written things, he lost his wife and has a little Down syndrome baby, but said that his sister couldn't get over his mom's death. And he says, but I have peace because of my faith. I turn my life over to God. He has a bigger plan. Wake up every day and turn the page. And sometimes it's frightening, but you do it. The struggle of light against the power of darkness. And he says, I don't let the pain live inside me. And I like that too. And then it says, famous for love. There's all sorts of little things I didn't get to 4. Joey Feek, his wife, used to say that she liked things simply. A garden. God plants us everywhere. Then he gives us a spring filled with new life that is lush and green. Then a summer and an autumn and ultimately a winter when the world seems to slow down and the life that was new in the spring comes to an end. I like that way of looking at this journey we're all on. It helps me to put things in perspective. And that's what he says at the very beginning. My wife sees life like a garden. And like I said, she died at age 40 and had I think she was 8 months old, a little Down syndrome baby named Indy. But it is a beautiful story. I will keep kind of summarizing a little bit, but that's what I learned from the first 3 chapters. And they're very small chapters. I could have probably read on here, but I'm not going to. I'm going to summarize. But these are the things that have made me happy, have blessed me this week, and my goals, plus my Tree of Life wreath will be done by tomorrow. I will post it. I promise, guys. Oh, and I did make, I just love this. I might give it to my mom. I haven't decided yet. But I did make some of those scrubbies on the knit loom. But I went to take it off and I did the wrong cast off on it. So I was really upset over it. So I couldn't make it look really decent. I kind of sewed it with the yarn needle together. And it's small, so I'm going to make a larger one. So I will come on the end of this week or when I can and show you those because they're neat. And they use up that scrubby yarn and they're good for cleaning. But I just didn't make it big enough because I went by this lady's on YouTube's pattern. But I want to make it bigger and of course, I should follow instructions on the last part of it. I've done hats where I do a different cast off, and I ruined the cast off one. It's supposed to be a drawstring cast off, and I did a different one for hats. So anyway, kind of ruined it. Took me about an hour and a half to do it, maybe 2. So I was kind of bummed by that. About an hour and a half, but yeah. So I'll make some more of those. My friend wants those, so I'm gonna make her a couple. But those are my goals. Yes. And I think I've covered everything. And I hope you guys have a blessed week and please stay cool. See you later.